Hello, everybody. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. And also, if you can look around, it's a new scenery. My previous videos, I actually was in a different location, but this is actually my living room. So, this is just, new scenery. I can't have y'all look at my whole house because it's may not be up to par, to be honest with you. But I want to come on really quick because I was just online and I saw a clip on racism. And I really don't like to talk about it, but I mean, come on, you have to admit that it still exists. And honestly, it's going to be a while before it goes away. Unfortunately, that's just it. That's what it seems like to me, in my opinion. Now, I love everybody, all races, all creeds, all genders, sexual orientation. It doesn't matter to me. But I just want to understand, why is there so much hate in the world? What is the point of hate? I don't understand it. But anyways, I was online and I saw a clip where they had found two Florida police officers linked to the KKK. And it just mind boggles me because I don't understand, because you wonder why so many African American and Hispanic Latinos are placed in jail. First of all, prison is a business. People invest in prisons. Okay? Prisons are put up because of money. Okay? Sometimes, it's crazy. It is very ironic that the majority of the people are African Americans, Hispanic, Latinos. Okay? That's weird because, sometimes, in my opinion, it could possibly be a setup. So many people in jail and prisons, they claim that they're innocent, and sometimes it could be true. You know what I mean? Just a week ago, the police released a video of a police officer having a cam on him, where it seems as if he actually planted drugs to actually take a minority into jail or whatever, to say that he was the one that actually got the drugs when really the police officer planted it on him. Okay, so that's a conspiracy within itself. Okay, you wonder why so many people are going to jail because you have the KKK that are in the police force. Okay, think about it. Doctors, lawyers, where did all the KKK people go? They didn't just disappear. Okay, they're our doctors, our lawyers, our police officers, the government, or whatever. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand, why is it so much hate in the world? Why? Like, what is it? Why can't we just love each other? What's the point of hating each other? Trying to deal with life itself every day is hard. You know, on top of hating and racism, you have people fighting depression, anxiety, mental issues, and on top of that, people have to focus on our race. Like, what is the point of that? Like, where does the hate come from? I just don't understand it. Um, Also, I saw a clip where they did a study in New York, where Harlem, the Bronx, Brooklyn, they had like the most highest rates of reported rates of diabetes. And of course, Latinos, Hispanics, and African Americans reside there, and they did that in comparison to other upper class areas in New York. Okay, it's not a coincidence. It's really not. What they were saying was that the water was radioactive and is causing more illnesses, because they compared it to Africa, because they said that maybe diabetes is genetics, and they tried to connect it back to Africa, but it's not anywhere near it. So it's like a man-made disease that was created to pretty much continue with the oppression of minorities. That's all I can see it as. And it's just so sad. It's so sad that minorities, the gay, lesbians, I can't think of any other groups that are discriminated against at this time, because my mind is just kind of everywhere. But it's really, really sad, and it really bothers me, because one day when I have children, my children will have to face this world of hate. And I understand that that's life, but it's just I just don't understand, why is it so hard for people just to put their differences to the side and just love. They also, not they, but I also read about African American organs and organ trafficking. That's sad as well. That saddens me. I saw, I want to say a couple of years, maybe a year or two, not quite sure, but it was an African American boy that was actually found dead in his school gym in the South. I'm not quite sure if it was Alabama, Mississippi, or Florida. I'm not quite sure, but all I know is that the murder was in the South, and they found his body rolled in like a gym mat, and the family did an autopsy on the body, and all of the organs were removed, and the body was actually stuffed with newspaper. So they're saying that a lot of people, well, some of the missing people were African Americans, Latinos, Hispanic. They're missing because their organs are being rejected. Not rejected, but they're being taken out of their bodies and actually sold to the black market, because they feel as though organs of minorities are more prosperous and they're better. And my question was, if an African American, Latino, Hispanic person was to pass and they needed the organs, why not just ask? I'm sure the family probably would be like, yes, if it can help the next person, do it. Why steal and not inform the family? And they also talked about how if you put like donor at the bottom of your license, that you may be targeted, and in hospitals they may not be so quick to revive you because they need those organs to harbor for somebody else. It's just so crazy, and all of these things kind of just bother me, and it's so crazy to me, because I don't understand. I really just had to get that off my chest, you guys, because I wish we can just promote love. Who cares about what you have going on? Who cares about this? As long as you're doing the right thing, you're not killing anybody. Why do people have to continuously teach hate? Okay, I think we all should embrace our different cultures, our differences. Embrace them. That's what makes us. If everybody was the same color, the same thing, if everybody's hair was the same, it'll be boring. Okay, but I understand that whatever you don't understand, you fear. Pretty much, it's competition, and you fear it. Talk, have a conversation, get to know the person, because fear is just love and hate at the same time. You don't understand it, so you hate it, but at the same time you're like, oh wow, that's different, I'm intrigued. So instead of showing love, I'm going to hate on it, because I don't understand it. Either I want it for myself, or whatever, but it's love and hate at the same time. And I just wish everybody can love and live in harmony. That's hard to say, because it's so much, it's colorism everywhere. Everywhere it was colonized by the Europeans, it's racism and colorism there. And they actually colonized pretty much the whole world. So it's like you can't escape it. It's everywhere. It's in North America, South America, Asia, Africa, Europe. It's everywhere. I had a friend of mine, she was Indian, and she told me that usually it's a lighter Indian and a darker Indian. They actually usually marry. You'll never see two dark-skinned Indians That's pretty much not acceptable. I mean, it is, but pretty much you'll see two light-skinned Indians or a light and a dark skin to marry. And I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, if you're marrying to love, but just to do it because, oh my God, I hate myself, pretty much that's what you're promoting is hate. You know, if you just so happen to fall in love with somebody outside your race, that's beautiful, that's perfect. But when you but when you downgrade something or you speak bad on something, now if it's just your personal preference, that's fine. But when you start being disrespectful and showing hate, then that's not cool. That's not cool. I don't understand, but I just had to get that off my chest. But thank you so much for listening. And if you guys have any comments, if you guys want to set up a discussion, just let me know or leave a little comment below. Like, subscribe, and peace. Until the next time. Bye.